a nice thing to be able to be among alumni. So, and the feeling is just a family of the people who have done the same thing, achieved the same thing, people who are trying to drive this country into the right direction.
PACE has developed because someone had a vision and put it in place, and invited other people who also put it in place, who invited other people who also put it in place. And that is why, as the alumni now today, during this conference, we are also inviting you to put in place like the ideologies and the concept and the whole theme about PACE. And that's why our theme for this year is investing in the future of PACE.
For children, for education, for youth, for change. The founder, Pacemaker International, Madam Peggy Matibo Chola, staff who are present here, the committee that has worked very hard, led by the chair, Kubasu, distinguished alumnus or alumni, good afternoon. Mine is going to be very simple this afternoon. The founder is here to speak to us, to recast the vision. I'll briefly speak on a number of things, but before I do so, allow me to thank all of you. In this day and age, many young people are doing many wrong things. But the unique group seated here, you all, bless my heart. Because when your peers who are busy partying, others pity partying, you chose to go to those schools, those underserved schools, and you volunteered. I think you deserve a clap. Let's clap for ourselves. Secondly, I want to really thank you because of the commitment that since you arrived at PACE, you've continued to be committed. Whenever we call upon you, you show up and you are with us. Some of you have been involved with even graduations as ushers and so on. We really don't take that for granted. Asanteni sana. Number three, the connection. You've kept it going. You've been with us all the time. You've remained connected. When a few fell off the change-making journey, you remained connected. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you. And on behalf of the PACE team, please take our appreciation. May I ask the team from PACE come forward, anyone serving in the office at PACE. This is that time. Please come forward. If you serve at PACE, you are likely to be having a shirt like this or a t-shirt written PACE somewhere. Please come forward. I want just to introduce, I don't work alone, just like Ubasu said, he works with a team. I also do work with a team. We do have what we call the senior management team. The senior management team, right now there's one person from that team, and her name is Doris Kyogora. And Doris, I want you to introduce the rest of the team.
Thank you very much, Paul. Good afternoon, everyone. So I will introduce the team, starting with the Regional Manager Nairobi. Please say hi to the team.
Hi.
Fanuna Idris. I serve as an assistant manager in charge of state marketing.
Thank you, Fanuna. The next person is Favor. Please say hi to the team. Just wave and say. That is Favor Karaoke, in charge of our finance and administration at Pacemaker International. Next, I welcome Vanessa to wave and say hi. Vanessa oversees our communications at Pacemaker International, and so when you see the brand, our logos, our banners, she's the one in charge of that. Ask Judy to wave. Judy is our program officer in charge of the 10 program. And then I will welcome Fazila to say hi.
Hi.
Fazila works in the office as the admin in charge of Nairobi, admin assistant in charge of Nairobi. And then Michael, please say hi. Michael Mwangi oversees also our admin, is in charge, or rather assistant admin in Nairobi. Hilda, please say hi. Hilda Alekia is our program officer in charge of youth development at Peacemaker International. Yes, and that is the team that is present here today. That is the office team. When you go to the field, we do have a team of teachers who we work with and who are part of the staff, and those are based in Vihiga, in Kisumu, and here in Nairobi, and so those are also part of our team here at Peacemaker International. Thank you so much.
50% of our people are former fellows. 50% of the people working in the office are former fellows. All the regional managers are former fellows. And that marks the end of the people factor. The question to you is, how, and that how is in capital letters, just in case it didn't sound it, how can you plug in to the people factor? How can you plug into this people factor? And I want to encourage us to apply, to apply, to apply. We have adjusted a few programs, and I would encourage you to familiarize with that. We have about 7 interventions that we undertake, all centered around the learner, because that's why we are in those schools, that's why we go to those schools. And recently we brought in what we call the PTC, for purposes of sustainability, the PACE Teacher Champions, so that if there are no fellows in those schools, those PACE Teacher Champions can continue to do TAL, can continue to do some of the things that you did while you were in the schools. The others are CPTF, which you are beneficiaries of, 10 program, which is where we recruit teachers. We have 13 of them across 13 schools. The community engagement, where we have the parental empowerment and engagement, and we have SBS on that in terms of how we engage with the community, where the schools are, and Girl Rising. Those are the interventions that we do have. You know, we do have the PACE Project Lab, which is targeting you, the alumni, and we've been asking for the alumni to help us be able to support the schools in the Girl Rising program, So friends, note that in the programming factor, I'll be calling upon you to take up some measures, to be able to take some actions, but I don't want to go there yet in the interest of time. Ladies and gentlemen, about 2 years ago, I met one Peggy Mativo-Ochoa, and her commitment to humanity was palpable. Her humility was visible, which those of you who have interacted with her know. And above all, her faith was public. It didn't take us long to discuss and be able to come to an agreement on where PACE should go. And that is how I ended up joining Peacemaker International. And I'm so glad you gave not only me, but the entire team here the opportunity to help us be able to recast the vision, be able to look forward, not only with the way we are doing it, but with the way she intended for it to be done originally. I want to bring on stage, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Peggy Mativo-Ochoa. Peggy, please.
I know I have a home that I live in every day, but places in my heart, and just standing here in front of you feels actually like I've come home again. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the journey. Thank you for being part of the process. Can't thank you enough. My name is Peggy Walenda.
So today, as we've gathered here in the Alumni Conference, we've come to celebrate the impact of our alumni with our alumni. See, this impact is because of our alumni. And so we want to say thank you, but we also want to ask ourselves, what can we do over the next 30 days, over the next 5 years, and over the next 20 years to make a difference? Each of us is making an individual commitment. Some of us are committing to schools where we'll go back. Some of us are committing to the CSR programs that we'll use to make a difference. Some of us are committing to supporting the dreams and visions of our fellow PACE alumni, so that together we can make a change that is bigger than any single one of us. PACE is about having an impact, youth-led change on the continent. We believe that young people will lead not just tomorrow, but they can start leading today. And so we are charging each other, we're sharpening each other, and we're holding each other accountable. So we build this change. We are the critical mass, we are the network that is going to have a positive impact on this continent. We start today by touching the lives of children in the classrooms, in the different schools, in the different communities, helping with reading, helping with resourcing, but we go beyond that and see how can we impact the education system. I believe in a Kenya where all children access great education. I believe that the same is possible for Africa, but this is far from the reality today. You see, in our public schools, 1 in every 2 children still fails their national exam. Part of the reason this is the case is that they go to schools that have a shortage of teachers. Beyond that, schools are under-resourced. There's a gross inequity happening in schools, and what I think about every single day is that we have an opportunity as young people in this country to make a difference. You know, PACE started in 2013, and we started as a small group of 24 young people who came together to say, what can we do? How can we intervene in classrooms? How can we intervene outside the classroom? How can we intervene in schools and now in communities to make a difference? PACE young people come to schools and use their skills, gifts, and talents to find resources. They create the time to tutor kids and mentor and make a difference. Beyond that, we help with reading and so many other activities. And we've grown. We started in 4 schools, and we've grown to places like Kilifi, we've gone to places like Kisumu, now we're going to Malawi. I mean, PACE is something that is going to be all over. The impact of this organization is also in our alumni. So we see the lives of our young people change for forever and ever. You see the young person who can come in and realize that they can help bring resources to a school, whether it's books, whether it's water, whether it's food. They're finding the thing that they're most passionate about and using this to make a difference.
Okay. And the chair for the next alumni committee is going to be Phoebe Mugo. Phoebe is from 2021. She graduated last year from PACE and she'll carry forward. She was the previous treasurer. So the committee will meet at a later date to deliberate on the other position. So I'll kindly just ask Kubaso, who is the outgoing chairperson, to hand this constitution to Phoebe. You may have your seat.
I thank the ED for making this possible. Thank you to the PACE staff for coming as well. Thank you to Brian for being very central in the planning of this. And to all of you for being here, for staying to the end.